on the other hand, she is the supreme deity. Intriguing, I will quote only one verse of the Gita Govinda. And there I show how we are there is a balance between eroticism and religiosity. The verse is like this: Meghai medurambaram vanabhuha shamas tamal drumaiha naktam bhirutvamev tademadam radhe griham prapaya itham nandani deshat charitayo pratyadva kunjadrumam radha madhavayo jayanti yamuna kule raha kelya. Krishna as a little boy is lost in Vrindavan in the darkness of tamal trees in the night, and his father Nanda, he requests and orders Radha. Radha is older, she's a teenage girl or a grown-up woman, that why don't you take this little boy to his home, to his little to the village, and Radha carries Krishna, a little boy, to his native village. This is the second verse in the Gita Govind, and it says so much. Radha carries Krishna in the darkness because Nand, the father of Krishna, requests. Krishna is a little boy here. There is darkness in the sky. Radha is supposed to take Krishna home. Everything is dark. Radha takes into that darkness of night into herself. And the darkness of night comes into Radha, and Radha takes the dark god in that darkness. And from here, the Ras comes out from Ras. Ras comes out from Ras. Krishna becomes Radha, and Radha becomes Krishna. First of all, Radha was not married to Krishna. She was married to Ayan. She was not Krishna's wife. So there were two groups of followers. Parkiya means someone else's wife. Swakiya means one's own wife. And there had always been a tussle between Parkiya and Swakiya. There was a court case at the end of 18th century or the beginning of 19th century. And the followers Parkiya, someone else's wife, they won the court case. Chaitanya was a Vaishnava devotee who popularized Vaishnavism and Radhaism in Eastern India. Chaitanya comes to Vrindavan, and he revives the lost glory of Vrindavan. From Bengal, he comes to Vrindavan. Vrindavan is in Western UP, a small place near Mathura. And Chaitanya also accepts the Parkiya, someone else's wife. So was Radha, in popular theme, really wife of someone else? The Brahmavaivarta Puran, which describes the saga of Radha. It is said that in the Brahmavaivarta Puran, we find the influence of Gita Govinda. Brahmavaivarta Puran describes the marriage of Radha and Krishna. And it says that it was in fact Radha's shadow who was married to to Ayan. It was not Radha. Real Radha was married to Krishna. It was in the Brahmavaivarta Purana. And why there was it's something else to discuss. We don't have time. Why was there need that Brahmavaivarta Purana described the marriage between Krishna and Radha in Vrindavan? Now this elevation of Radha as a goddess, a lot of aesthetics, they didn't like elevation of Radha. They said that when Radha was elevated as a goddess, she lost her innocence. We don't find an innocent heroine anymore, who never cared for society, who never cared for social norms. Where is that heroine? But Radha's elevation as goddess has given to softness to Bengal Vaishnavism. Now there was a psychological aspect also of this Radhaism, Radha and Krishna saga. Radha becomes a philosophy, she becomes a symbol. And as I have said earlier, when there was a technical snag, I don't know whether I was audible or not, that she was superior to Lakshmi and Durga, as they were in Narad Purana, they were born from her. Such a strong concept of feminine power raises several questions. At one side, she defies all social norms. At one side, she becomes such a big goddess, such a great goddess, mother of the universe, even she is higher than Krishna. That whether it was an attempt that female ego, that women wanted to liberate from male ego. That's why was it shown like this. Remember, Radha was not a beauty. Krishna was a beauty. The dark god was a beauty. Radha was grace. Radha was knowledge. But such questions, whether it's a female ego and all, it all spoils the beauty. It was a love where secrecy was maintained, and when we start talking about all these things, it just spoils all the beauty of Radha Saga. Again, is like Lakshmi, Parvati, Sita, was Radha considered to be a model for Indian women? So an anthropologist, Diane Wolf, she did a survey in Vrindavan, and she asked the widows of Bengal whether they wanted to be like Radha. They said no. But no was not no, what I think you people are taking. They said that first of all, we are women. Secondly, we are widows. We are even lower pedestal. How can we be like Radha? She's a goddess. We can only chant Jai Shri Radhe. We cannot be her because she's a goddess and we are widows. Two verses I would like to say just to show how Radha was taken in literature, how in Sanskrit literature, contemporary literature, and how Radha was taken in the Puranas, how there was a balance between eroticism and religiosity. This one is from Gita Govinda, and it describes the dance of Krishna with her other gopis, not with Radha. It says, Lalita Lavangalata Parishilan Komal Malaya Samire, Madhukar Nikar Karambit Kokil Pujit Kunja Kutire, Viharati Hariri Sarasa Vasante, Nrityati Yuvati Janasanam, Sakhi, Virahi Janas Duraddo. Radha's friends tells Radha, Seema, please pay attention. This relationship between the two. Radha's friend tells Radha that in the garden full of beautiful flowers, humming of the bees, sweet melody of the cuckoo, and in this romantic spring season, your lover Krishna is roaming with other women. This is how it is said in the Gita Govind, and in the Narad Puran it says, after meditating upon the Lord who stands accompanied by Radha, restoring by Tamal tree by Yamuna in the forest of Vrindavan, sage one should recite 1,000 names of the Yugals, both of Lord Krishna and Radha. Radhe, Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe.
Thank you so much, Anamika, for this beautiful talk that you gave regarding Radha. And actually, I was not very clear about so many things which I've heard now about Radha. There is one question which I think I would just like to ask you. There is a question, what do you mean by sacred feminine? Did you mention somewhere about the sacred feminine? I am not...
No, it was me in the introduction of Seema, of yourself.
Oh, okay. So that, I think we will take it up in my session tomorrow. So I would like to explain that. That's not a problem at all. But I'd like to give any other questions, because...
Satish Chandra Rai has
I think I've taken more time than I was allotted. Sorry for that. But I was just carried.
So we can unmute Satish Chandra Rai has the hand up. Maybe you can put...
Very good information about Radha and nice presentation about Radha. This is by Satish Chandra. He's written for you. There's Vivek Shukla, who has mentioned that it is a wonderful lecture. Then there is...
They can also maybe...
Bashant Tripathi, concept of Radha who reside with Krishna in Golok. But I don't know what the question is, so really it is not a question.
Actually, the thing is that this concept, that it is said that how Radha came to Golok, it was because of Sudama's curse. Radha insulted Sudama. It is in the Brahma Vaivarta Purana. Radha insulted Sudama, and Sudama cursed, go, you will go to Golok. Radha said, I will not go without a Krishna. So what happened, in fact, it is Shiv who took birth in the form of Radha, and it was Parvati who took birth in the form of Radha. That is how Krishna and Radha started residing in Golok because of the curse of Sudama.
So beautiful. I had no knowledge about this. Thank you so much. That it was Shiva who took the birth as Radha. I'd heard that he used to Gopeshwar. I've gone to Gopeshwar Nath in Mathura. No, Vrindavan.
Yeah, yeah.
Vrindavan.
Shiv is worshipped Gopeshwarya.
Yeah, he is dressed like a gopi there. That
Yeah.
he used to come and watch Krishna doing the ras. But I had no idea about this, that he was Radha. This is.
देखी थी तुम हमको ये तुम बात बोले फिर बोल रहे हैं ऐसे तुम जाओ बाहर घूम लोगी जाओ जब से कोई बोलो क्या वैसे
Can you hear something?
No, Seema, if you scroll down, there's another question. How can we relate this session to art? That is a question that has been asked by Priyanka.
Where is this question?
Anamika, how can we relate this session to art?
Art in which sense art? Art history or
That's why we'll have to then give her the mic. I mean, we'll have to let her speak then.
with art from art you mean painting. The thing is that we don't find many sculptures, independent sculptures. And if you mean these the paintings were, I was just showing, it was Kangra and Pahari paintings where they are depicted. They most of them are from 18th to 19th centuries. They're quite late. In Kangra painting, it is said that we find the full influence of Geet Govinda. You will see. Can you see me? Even the trees and all. At that time, I couldn't emphasize because there was shortage of time. Everybody stands like this. Seema, you are an artist, which you will know. In this posture, even sometimes trees are shown in a dancing posture. So, this not in the Puranas, but whatever is described in the Geet Govinda, it is there in the Kangra painting. Kangra painting is of Himachal Pradesh. Kangra and Pahari both, they are from.
And there's one more.
Someone is asking.
There is a question by Akanksha.
Yeah.
Which one is correct, Radha? Turn human into goddess or goddess into human?
It depends upon you, how you see, like that those widows of Vrindavan, they said, oh, she's goddess. So it depends how you see Radha. If you go to Vrindavan, you go to Rasa Mandali, all are dancing, they all are Radha. In Vrindavan, everybody is Radha. Jai Shri Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. And if you are seeing her as a goddess, so it actually in Hinduism, there is an attempt to bring the gods to the level of this entire episode of Ram and Sita, everything. It is an attempt like Krishna. Krishna was such a great thinker. He's a philosopher. And same Krishna is dancing with the gopis and Radha.